In today's edition of the program, Rods Nsonko speaks to Ken Msonda, the Publicity Secretary of the People's Party. All right, Mr. Msonda, I welcome you to the program this evening. How are you?
Well, bless you. And how are you, Rods?
I'm all right. I'm told you're now spokesperson and administrative secretary for the People's Party. Congratulations. But who appointed you to that position of administrative secretary of the party?
Thank you for the compliment. I'm humbled. The position of administrative secretary of the party is an appointed position. The party leadership appoints somebody to that position. Pending confirmation by the National Executive Committee of the party. When the party leader appoints, the Politburo, which is more like a cabinet of the party, actually confirms the appointment, pending further confirmation by the party's National Executive Committee. So, by God's grace, I've been appointed to that position, and I'm humbled.
And you're looking forward to that confirmation?
Not really. I have my position. I'm the party's publicity secretary, but maybe it actually pleased the party leadership, Her Excellency Dr. Msonda, to put me in the acting position of administrative secretary.
So you were appointed by Joyce Panda?
She's the appointing authority. She's the party leader. And when she appoints, actually, it is the Politburo that confirms that appointment.
Does it happen in all political parties, or it is only in People's Party where a president can handpick a person to any position?
It's not handpicking as such. When the president have a name, actually, she puts that name forward to the Politburo of the party. We're talking about
which, Mr. Msonda, because you're telling me that the president appoints and the Politburo confirms.
Yes.
Isn't it?
Yeah, so it's not the president who actually gives you the position. The Politburo can actually reject.
You were appointed by Joyce Banda, awaiting confirmation from the Politburo. I
was appointed by the president, maybe suggested to have that position, and put the name forward to Politburo, and the Politburo actually confirmed. That's how it works in politics. So it's not something new. And even the person who was there, the one who I took his position, in the acting position,
Reverend Kaleso.
Yes, he was also appointed. The name was actually proposed by the president. Maybe the word appointing, it was the name, the president that proposes the name, and the Politburo confirms that name, pending further confirmation by the National Executive Committee.
You're confusing me further, Mr. Msonda.
You always be confused.
Is it a proposal or an appointment that the president makes?
Whichever way you may think of. I know
you're mentioning two things here: appointment and proposing a proposal.
I know you never understand, because these things are political. You are not a politician. We politicians.
No, but I don't understand politics, Mr. Msonda. Yes. I can assure you that.
Because in politics, party leader can appoint somebody pending confirmation by the Politburo, or he can propose a name that Mr. Msonda, I want Mr. Msonda to be the public secretary or acting administrative secretary of the party, and that name is actually put to the Politburo for confirmation. So whether it's an appointment, whether it's a proposal, it makes the same meaning. What I'm trying to say is the name always comes from the party leader.
Let's move on. Is it telling me that one Kaleso has been fired from his position as administrative secretary for the People's Party?
Honorable Reverend Peter Kaleso was suspended, and his suspension, just like all those who might have gone through the same process, is pending to appear before the disciplinary committee to look further into his issue. So I wouldn't dwell much. The fact is, he was not fired, he was suspended.
So why having you as an acting administrative secretary if he's just suspended? Is he telling us that he's being fired from his position? That's my question.
When you're suspended, even if Capital Radio decides to suspend you today for whatever reasons, life has to go on at Capital Radio because of the nature of the job that you have. There is always need for somebody to sit in pending your disciplinary hearing. So that's normal. When one is moved or suspended, the operations of that organization or political party or company like Capital Radio has to go on. So there is always need to have somebody to act. That's why I'm in the acting position, awaiting the final decision by the disciplinary committee when he appears before the disciplinary committee for hearing. So
I know that being an administrative secretary of a party, you become very powerful in that party. Am I right?
We are all powerful in the party. Maybe the problem is you don't know.
No, you can't be equal. You can't be equal.
Yes, we are not equal. In politics, we are all important. But maybe the $1 million question is, are we all useful? So
I should rephrase my question to say you become influential.
Well, we are all influential in politics.
It can't be equal.
We are all influential in politics, depending on the position that you're holding. You cannot discredit other people. And in politics, mind you, Rose, in politics, those people you think are not influential are the most influential people in politics.
What I'm driving at is that you should be praying that Kaleso should not come back and reclaim his seat. Maybe you should be considered to be a permanent administrative secretary. You should be confirmed on that position.
That's laughable. You don't,
laughable?
Yeah, you don't, because you don't wish your friend bad luck.
But that's what politicians do.
Well, I'm a different politician. I'm a Christian.
How different are you?
I'm a Christian politician. That is why whenever I do my things in politics, I make sure that I actually do them, not to actually injure my inner being, my conscience. So you don't have to wish somebody bad to say you're praying for somebody not to come back.
But we are told that there is no Christianity in politics.
That's what people think. That's what people think. You know, politics is saving the nation, just like you're doing it. The only difference is that, you know, there are some other people in active frontline politics, but there are some who are passive. You are all politicians. We are all politicians. That's why you go to vote. Politics is service to the nation. We serve the nation in different ways. Media, you are also politicians.
But people like yourself are in mainstream politics.
No. You're also
that makes a difference.
You're also in mainstream politics. We are all politicians.
How? I don't belong to any political party.
No. That's where maybe people get it wrong. Politics is saving the nation. You save the nation through different angles. As media, we actually commend you because you're also doing a good job as media to entertain, to inform, and to educate. That's politics as well. That's saving the nation. Some people save their nation through maybe religious groupings. Some save their nation through CSOs. Some of us, we save the nation through parties.
And it's all politics.
It's all politics.
I don't agree with you, Mr. Msonda. But let's
this is company politics. This is maybe business politics.
But
we're all politicians.
I don't agree with you, but let's move on. I would urge you, Mr. Msonda, to listen to this sound clip.
The month is not yet over, as we've been saying. She's definitely coming back home this month of October. As for the dates and the day, we shall definitely communicate to you when everything is done. At the moment, preparations are at the advanced stage. You can be rest assured she's coming this month of October.
That's you, Mr. Msonda, your voice telling us that the former president will come to Malawi. That was 3 weeks ago. Here we are, she's nowhere to be seen. Will I be wrong to describe you or to call you a liar?
Well, that is your opinion, and that's the good part of democracy. People are entitled to their own opinion. That's my voice.
But you didn't tell us the truth.
No, that's my voice. That voice or that information was based on the information that we got from the office of the former president, who is also our party president.
You told me that you were in contact with the former leader. You told me.
Wait a minute. Yes, actually.
Why changing that you got that information from the office of the former president?
We got that office that government has identified a house for the former president, that government is contemplating to actually give back the security detail that they withdrew for her, and based on that, we were told that Her Excellency is prepared to come back home. And that is why...
Who told you? Who told you?
As a party.
Who told you?
As a party, we were prepared. It's not a question of who told who. It's a question of... Mind you, Joyce Banda is not just an ordinary person. She's not just an ordinary party leader. She's very different from the rest of the party presidents that you find in Malawi. She's the former head of state. And there is
that much I know, but I wouldn't love to see you coming here and change tune on that issue.
There's nothing that I'm
Who told you that Joyce Banda was going to come?
You asked us that, why did you change the statement? Yeah, the statement never changed.
In fact, you never changed, but it never happened. Yes. You told us that the former president was coming. She never came.
It never happened. Now your question should be, why is she not here? So I'm trying to explain why we came up with that explanation as a party. It was based, I repeat, on the information that we got from the former president's office. And the president even told us as a party that I'm coming back home. And I even told the nation that I know the dates. I even told the nation that I even know the airport where she's going to land. That is why as a party,
that information.
That was the truth. And as a party, we went ahead to prepare for Her Excellency's homecoming. But we doubted the truth behind the information that the office of the former president got from government. Because, this is a government full of liars.
Full of liars? Yes, where are the liars?
Every time they open up their mouth, all you hear are lies.
Do you tell the truth yourself?
Even caution the office of the former president that are these people telling you the truth, that they have identified a house? They told us that yes, even the officials from our office had gone to identify the house, and they have agreed that the house is okay, despite the fact that there will be just minor renovations here and there. They also told us that the government have actually assured them that they will actually give back the security detail which they actually withdrew. But we cautioned them that, mind you, these people are liars. They have lied. They have told this nation a lot of lies, and we said don't believe them. But in politics we gave them a benefit of doubt. That's why we went ahead to prepare for Her Excellency Dr. Joyce Banda's homecoming.
What kind of preparations are you talking about? How did you prepare? I know.
She is our party founder and the president. You know, whenever a president or a party leader is outside the country, as a party, you get prepared. So we had all the preparations put, and they were almost through, waiting for Her Excellency's homecoming. Last minute, we were told that government has actually backtracked on whatever they promised them. And we said, we told you, because this is a government full of liars. You know, the DPP administration don't trust them. Whenever they open up their mouth to communicate to this nation, all you hear are lies. So
what else did they lie?
They lied about the bank. You were there. They told us that the bank won't be sold. They lied about the fertilizer subsidy, that they'll be giving people some fertilizer subsidy or the coupons. Have you ever seen anybody? It's a government full of lies.
So, Mr. Msonda,
so,
are you look?
We knew that they will not give the security detail to the president.
Most Malawians,
the benefits.
most Malawians,
the government is telling lies.
Most Malawians are failing to buy the reasons that you gave for the failure, for the former president's failure to come home. Even your own official, one Nkhani, told us or trust these reasons that you gave as a party or as the office of the former president.
As the party, we totally agree with the concerns raised by the office of the former president, that she cannot come to Malawi when her security detail has been withdrawn. Mind you, we have some security lapses in the country.
But Mr. Msonda, how can security be provided to somebody who is outside the country?
If the house of the vice president, robbers can break into that house. If robbers can break into the house of a diplomat, if robbers can go to the police headquarters and steal, what more with the former head of state who have got no security detail?
We have people here that are still staying in Malawi. We have former president, we have former vice presidents. They're still staying in Malawi because this is their home.
They are staying there and they have the security detail. And mind you, we're dealing with somebody's life here.
So what kind of security are you talking about? Because how can it be provided to a person who is outside the country?
Because they withdrew the security detail of the president when she was here. We are dealing with an administration here which at one point attempted to take off the life of the president.
How?
When she was the first president of this country.
How?
They staged an accident. And you know it. So we are dealing with an administration that is good at killing people.
Are you good at killing people?
This is an administration
Who did they kill? Who did they kill?
Administration that will do anything if they want to get whatever they want.
Because you're saying that they kill people. Who did they kill?
During their time, they killed 21 innocent citizens who went out to demonstrate. During their administration, we lost a student at Polytechnic. During our administration,
so are you saying that those people were killed by the DPP administration?
It was during the administration.
You had all the time 2 years in government. Who did you arrest if that happened during the DPP administration?
Rose, are you a Malawian? Or
I am. You tell me. Because if you wanted Malawians to know, if
no Malawian doesn't know that there was a commission of inquiry on the people who were actually shot during the 20th July administration. There was a commission of inquiry to look into the Polytechnic student who was actually killed.
Commission of inquiry. We have so many commission of inquiries. Yes, what did you do exactly to bring those behind such incidents to book?
Administration that is associated with torturing people's houses who are actually deemed to be in the opposition, even to the extent of beating you, journalists. You remember, you were being beaten during the administration. So we cannot compromise issues of security. We don't compromise.
So do you think there are people that are after the life of former President Joyce Banda?
Are you a Malawian asking that question?
I'm asking you, Mr. Msonda.
If a government can withdraw security detail of a former president, what does that speak to you? It speaks volumes. We are talking about a life of a former head of state heroes. And those who are saying that, the reasons being given are not genuine, it's because it is happening to somebody. If it was their mother, if it was their sister, if it was them, they would have understood. But they're taking it so lightly.
So are you telling this radio that Malawians should forget about seeing Joyce Banda again if the situation remains the same?
Well, you ask her, but if it was me...
I ask you?
No, I'm not her spokesperson, I'm the party spokesperson.
No, you told me you speak to her.
Yes, every day. If she has told us that,
So what is she telling you?
She has told us, she issued a press statement from our office, and as a party, we are saying we are 100% behind that press statement, because she cannot come to Malawi as a former head of state.
So she's not coming.
She's not coming until the security details are put in place. Mind you, Rose, this is a president, a former head of state. She's not an ordinary person. Her Excellency Dr. Joyce Banda is a former head of state. I've told you.
But she has a party in Malawi, People's Party,
That's right.
that currently has lost direction. It has no leadership. As we're talking now, how do you look at your future as a party?
Well, that is your own opinion. She is still in control of the party.
In control?
She is a party leader. She is still in control.
How is she controlling the party when she's outside the country?
No, haven't you seen Obama ruling America in Air Force One when she's outside America?
So it's just Banda Obama?
No, well, she's a head of state. She was the former head of state.
So how is she controlling the party?
Yes, she's in contact with us. As I was coming here, I will speak to her almost every day where there are issues to give directives or give guidance. She's in control of the party. We are living in the new era. Mind you, she's not the first, neither she the last person to be outside the country. We have had heads of state in this country, serving head of states who have been outside the country for quite a long time, and they were still, controlling the country.
No, but this is too much now. It has never happened like this.
Depends on how you define too much. We had a president, a former president, Led Bingu Mutharika, who was a sitting president, and he was outside the country for almost 9 months, and people never queried. And when he came back, he told us that he was in full control. So she is a former head of state, entitled to travel outside. And we told the nation that she's outside the country on Joyce Banda Foundation International assignments.
Do you think the former president has some fears? Because on several occasions she has been mentioned in the ongoing Cashgate cases, people mentioning her as a witness, things like those. Do you think she's afraid to come back to Malawi because of such issues?
She is not afraid because of Cashgate. Those are just sentiments coming in from people who have been used by government. And mind you, the characters you're talking about here, mentioning her in Cashgate scandal.
No, I haven't mentioned any person here.
But you cannot mention because maybe you're afraid of being sued. But it is a known fact that those characters actually changed their statements several times. So it speaks volumes that those are the people who have been used by government to implicate her. And mind you, Rhodes, there is no court in Malawi that has actually issued a warrant of arrest for Her Excellency Dr. Joyce Banda. If anything, she must be commended, because in 51 years, there's no leader in this country who thought seriously to fight corruption. Only Her Excellency Dr. Joyce Banda. And we arrested 70 people. Out of the 70 people, only 2 were former People's Party executive members. Now, the million-dollar question is, which political party do the 68 belong to? And mind you, there is a 92 billion cash gate now, tend to be 577. Malawians out there are waiting for the DPP administration to also move in and arrest people involved in the 92 billion. And we know, as People's Party, they won't arrest anybody, because the majority, or maybe 99.9% of the people involved in the 92 billion cash gate are DPP members. So it is wrong to connect Her Excellency Dr. Joyce Banda with Cashgate. She's the one who put down her foot to make sure that people are arrested. And mind you, Rhodes, there is one sentence that the current president mentioned, and we commend him for that. And I quote, he said, if there is anybody who have got evidence that Mr. Msonda was involved in Cashgate, he or she must take that evidence to Anti-Corruption Bureau or to the institutions who are actually investigating Cashgate. Now, some people, when they are drunk with their wine or they have taken too much in Tonja, they just woke up one day and say Msonda is connected to Cashgate, maybe because you're putting on a good suit, maybe you're driving a good car. And this is typical of people who are drunk.
Why do you think all these people have never mentioned you, Mr. Msonda, to be a witness? Why not you?
Why can't you ask them? You're asking the wrong person.
No, I'm asking you. No, because you're saying that people are just because they have taken too much wine.
Maybe too much wine.
Why mentioning one person?
Because you don't have to wake up one day and just think of mentioning a person without evidence. So you better ask them to say, why are you mentioning Her Excellency Dr. Joyce Banda?
Repeatedly.
Yes. So ask them why. And they've changed their statement several times. You know it.
What are you doing now as a party to move forward? Because Joyce Banda or not Joyce Banda, you have to move forward. Are you working on a plan B?
People's Party is the party for the people. It is very different from other political parties that we have in Malawi. Other political parties in Malawi are family parties, they are tribal parties, they are regional parties.
What do you mean?
This party is for the people. As a party, we are moving forward.
How are you moving forward? Because
at the moment, our focus is 2019. We're strategizing. We are rebuilding the party. We're strengthening the party. We've come from an election that you know.
That you lost.
That's your opinion. We didn't lose.
You came third.
Yeah, it's an election that has been rigged, or an election that has been doctored. A winner is always put at number 3. So forget about it. Do not open hearing wounds.
Are you telling me here that you won those elections?
These people, they were not prepared, the DPP. That's why these people didn't know what to do, because they even themselves...
Answer my question. You won the elections.
I'm telling you that the people who are claiming to have won those elections didn't win those elections, and that is why they don't know what to do, because they are confused.
But my question is, how are you moving forward?
That's what I'm coming to. We are moving forward. As a party, it is very strong. You know, the strength of a political party is on its grassroots. It's in structures. People's Party is very strong at grassroots level. People's Party have got solid structures. So we are moving forward. As a party, our focus is 2019, and we are strategizing, putting some structures here and there, learning from the past mistakes, if we had any, and also capitalizing on the past loopholes that maybe our colleagues might have. So as a party, we are very strong, getting stronger by the day. And I can assure you, Her Excellency Dr. Msonda is in full control of the party as our party leader.
I don't believe that. But how can you claim that the party is strong now? Because recently we saw the party losing key members, vice president resigning, and some are these people that you are suspending from the party. You're telling me that the party is too strong?
Rose, we're in a democratic dispensation, and in a democratic dispensation, people have the freedom to join or leave any political party, any organization, HH or a radio. Just like you, if tomorrow you start your own radio station, that is not a sin. So those who left...
But surely, too much resignations weaken the party.
In the National Executive Committee of People's Party, we are 165 members, and the people you mentioned that they left the party, they are less than 5, and you call that too much? We understand. You people are not politicians.
But I've underlined the word key.
In politics, we are all key.
You can't underrate these people, Mr. Msonda.
You know, Rose, if truth be told, in politics, people who matter are the grassroots.
All the vice presidents that were elected during your convention resigned from the party. And you take that for granted?
That's their constitutional right. That's a good side of democracy. And those who resigned have neither committed any crime, neither have they broken any law. It is their constitutional right. In politics, when one leaves, you know, we are just concerned, but we don't regret. Just like in a family, loss of any family member is actually something that you regret. But in politics, we don't, because we know that we are all entitled to our constitutional right to freedom of association. So yes, they left. We are worried as a party, but we don't regret, because it is their choice. They came into People's Party and they left. And mind you, you are saying key members. I want to actually differ with you that in politics, those people you think they are not key, those people you think they are not important, the grassroots, they are the people who actually put us to the position that we are.
I've reminded you that these people were elected during a convention, which means they had supporters within the party, which tells me if they left, they didn't leave alone. They left with their membership. With
due respect, we don't have to personalize these issues. Yes.
How am I personalizing?
Yes, maybe you're deliberately forgetting the events unfolding in People's Party.
Which developments are you talking about?
Some of the people who were actually elected during the convention, yes, they left. It was their constitutional right. If you ask them why they left, they will tell you the reasons why they left. We didn't want to dwell on that one. And some of the people who were actually replaced after the ones who were elected at the convention left, they also left. So I'm saying it is their constitutional right. Those who left, they neither committed any crime, neither did they break any law. It is their constitutional right. Just like you, if you leave Capital Radio and join another radio station, is that a sin? You're entitled.
No, but we're talking about politics here. You always tells us that you like this word of saying that politics is a game of numbers.
Yes, and politics is dynamic. It moves with time. What you're seeing today is not what's going to happen in 2019. So politics is a game of numbers. And mind you, I've told you that only less than 5 people left. There are a lot of people who are actually joining People's Party at grassroots level. The only difference is that, you concentrate more, you focus more on the leadership, those of us who are in the National Executive Committee. But politics is a game of numbers. We lost 5, and I can assure you, 100 more are joining the party at grassroots level. So, yes, politics is a game of numbers. If we are losing 5 National Executive Committee members, that's nothing when you are gaining more at grassroots level.
Let's conclude, Mr. Msonda. People say that though you are very vocal in as far as this party is concerned, People's Party.
Am I vocal?
Yes, you are.
Maybe I'm straightforward. You should differentiate being vocal and straightforward.
How different of vocal, Mr. Msonda?
Well, that's your opinion, but I'm straightforward.
People say that though you speak passionately about your party, People's Party, but you are one of those few individuals who never benefited or who don't benefit at all from this party. Do you agree?
It depends on the meaning of benefiting. Benefiting in what way?
Because in what way do you benefit from the party?
I've benefited quite a lot. The knowledge I've actually gained being close to people. It's not easy to be close.
Which people are you talking about here? Joyce Banda?
No. The National Executive Committee of People's Party is full of people who are respected in politics. And yes.
People like who? who?
Being close to
People like who?
Being close to the former president, the one that I've just mentioned, Joyce Banda, that is God's grace. It's not easy. When you're close to such people, you benefit. You benefit from their leadership. You benefit from the way they handle issues. You benefit from their Christian life. So it's not easy to be.
But financially, people say you haven't benefited anything financially, Mr. Msonda.
Those who are saying that, have I ever gone to them asking for money?
So
and when they're saying financially, was I poor when I joined People's Party? They're entitled to their own opinion.
So you have benefited?
Yes, I've benefited being close.
Financially?
Well, I've never benefited financially because I didn't join People's Party to benefit. Mind you, I joined People's Party during a very difficult period when Her Excellency Joyce Banda was the vice president of this country, when many people didn't even want to associate with her. That's the time I went to People's Party. So I never went there for financial benefits. I went there because I shared their ideologies. I actually succumbed to their policies and their objectives. That's why I joined People's Party. I have benefited a lot. In terms of the knowledge that I've actually acquired. And mind you, I've been the public secretary by the mere fact that I've been in People's Party, and now I'm the acting administrative secretary. And the position
which is a plus on you.
Yeah, the position that you earlier on said is very powerful. Am I not benefiting from that?
Which goes back to my point of saying that you are praying that you remain administrative secretary for good.
No.
You should be confirmed on that position.
My friend, being a spokesperson of a party that was in government, it's not a joke. That is, on its own, it's a benefit. So if you say, are you benefiting in People's Party? Yes, I'm benefiting because I've gained knowledge. I've been close to the people who, even you, Rose Msonko, wished you were close to Joyce Banda as a president then.
How do you know that I wished?
It is the wish of any lizard to grow into a crocodile. So you would also wish to be where I am. You ask a lizard, it will tell you that one day it will wish it was a crocodile. So
you're telling me that you are not a poor person. You are rich. Are you rich, Mr.
Yes,
Msonda?
yeah, because God gives me enough for the day. I drive every day. I eat every day. I send my children to school. So if
you drive every day, people see you jumping into minibuses.
If you define that as rich, then it's up to you. I go to minibuses to get people's views.
Deliberately.
I've owned cars. The one that I'm driving now, you've seen me driving that car, is the 25th car that I've owned with my own sweat. So if you describe that as riches, it's up to you. But
not politics.
No. I get enough. God gives me enough to survive for the day. That's why I'm saying I'm able to eat. I'm able to send my children to school. I'm able to drive a car. So to me, I have enough that God gives me.
Very finally, Mr. Msonda, you were once involved in a scaffold, and being a person that is respected in society, I know the matter is in court now, and we are somehow restrained from commenting on that issue. But why did you allow yourself to be involved in such a scandal?
Not only respected, I'm a Christian come politician. Not only a Christian, I'm a born-again Christian. As a Christian, I believe some physical demons, you cast them physically. That has been my policy all along. As you rightly say, that issue is in court. It was my life at threat. At the moment, I don't compromise with my life. Security detail, especially when you have an administration that is associated with the evil thoughts, I don't. And for information, at the moment, I've even increased my security.
Was it anything political?
That was too political because the guy who actually blocked me had evil intentions. And for information, I don't compromise with my security. At the moment, I'm moving around with 3 defensive weapons.
Like what?
I have a gun, a panga, and a knife.
Licensed one?
Yes, and when I meet the DPP guys that provoke me, I tend to wear them.
Msonda, time is up. Time is up, Mr. Msonda, but thank you. Once again, let me thank you very much for making yourself available for this program. I thank you very much, Mr. Msonda.
I also thank you, Rose. Maybe out of curiosity, I hardly hear you on the radio these days. Have you been promoted?
Really?
And congratulations. Looks like
maybe you are busy talking to the former president, but I'm always on the radio doing some programs there.
I thought maybe you are promoted, maybe. God bless you.
Thank you very much indeed.